So last episode, I told you guys that I was gonna put a new mod in here, and I did. I just forgot to show it to you. And the mod requires all of this stuff. Or, you know, some of that stuff, I guess. Anyways, let's turn around. Hang on. Almost forgot how to do that. We got this thing smacking along in the background. Don't worry about that. But here's what we're gonna do. Ready? We're gonna take some white wool. We're gonna do this. Then we're gonna take some string, and we're gonna do that, and it gets us woolen cloth. And then we're gonna get not a feather block. What's the other one we want? A feather pile. Boom. And I think if we do this, and this, that's not how it works. Bear with me. Oh, sorry. We need to do this first to get padding. And then we need to do this with the sticks. And we get a Build-A-Bed kit. Now, this is from the mod Multi-Beds. And, you know, these beds are terrible. These beds are absolutely awful. Let's get rid of this. Get this out of here. Go away. Because with this Build-A-Bed... Actually, I need to pick that up. Sorry, I gotta go over here and get some supplies. As I was saying, with this Build-A-Bed kit, look at this. We can make some new beds. Now, I've got a Build-A-Bed kit in here, and then this is some sort of material thing that we need to put in that spot. But I don't want... Look at this. We got classic bed, and then a vintage bed, a modern bed, ooh, a rustic bed, which is also nice, futuristic. And then this one's one of my favorite. A crew bed. It goes in a ship, I guess. I don't know. But it looks awesome. And the custom bed, I'm not really sure what that does. But I am going to go, I think, vintage. Yeah, let's go vintage. And we're going to use some stripped dark oak logs for this. And it gets us a bed. Go ahead and place that down. And look at that. Look at how cute that is. Isn't that so pretty? Now, here's our issue is we need a lot of feathers. We need a lot of feathers for this, and I don't really know the best way to get feathers. Yeah, it looks like the best way to get feathers is killing stuff, so... That's gonna be a little rough, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up and break my floor. And we are gonna take our bed and we are going to, ooh, we got a problem. Yeah, anyway, we slice it. We're gonna need 3 and I only have enough materials to make 2. Uh-oh. And I just made a cot on accident. Oh no. This is not going well so far. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to breed up and slay some of these chickens. Where are those seeds? Okay, let's try that again, shall we? So we got 3 vintage beds now. Ooh, they connect together. It's super great. And for those of you who are interested, again, the mod is called Multi-Beds. You can actually stack, and it's nighttime. As I was saying, you can actually stack them, and they become bunk beds, and they actually have, like, little ladders that you can put on the side as well. But I'm not making little ladders right now. I'm making a triple bed, because apparently... I need 3 beds. Now, it's very interesting. This is kind of, it looks terrible, right? The bed looks awful. And the reason for that is you can actually customize the bed sheets themselves. So you can go ahead and make sheets. You can also make blankets too. There's pillowcases. There's so many things that you can do with this. And hopefully not much more is needed for, hopefully I don't need any more feather piles because it was kind of a pain just to get those little feathers. And actually I'm running out of string too. I really need some sort of mob farm. Ooh, I'm out of wool as well, so I need some sheep too. Goodness gracious. Hey, why don't I showcase the mod as like the first thing that I do? It's gonna be super great. I definitely have everything I need for it. Nice going, bro. Now the neat thing about this multi-bed mod, and I think it's this embroidery thread right here that might be it. Yes, there we go. Look at all these cool things that you can go ahead and put on sheets and blankets and all that sort of stuff. This is so interesting. It's got, these are all built in, plus there's some that you can create as well, just using like a little paint thingy here. Super neat. But I think I'm going to leave my sheets and my pillowcases white. I just go ahead and take those over here and right click. Isn't that beautiful? And we'll do the same with our pillowcases. And the blankets, we're going to use another piece of this mod, a fun little trick. I'm going to go ahead and make my blankets red, and then we're going to come over here to this loom. And as you can see, I go ahead and put white dye in the loom, and it actually will kind of change it. And then once I put string in here, we get access to some patterns as well. I'm actually going to take the white dye out of there. But look at these. These are super cool, and I like them a lot. And I think we'll go for tartan here. Yeah, we'll go ahead for a tartan there. Oh, by the way, hi, Miss Eva Tivas. Hello. And now what I should be able to do is just right-click with the blankets here, and we have ourselves a bed. How cute is that? Now, the last thing here is the bedding package, and I'm pretty sure what that allows you to do is, like, take the package of a bed itself. So like if you have a specific sheet and pillowcase and blanket, you can turn that into a bedding package instead of having to build, you know, 3 pieces here, 3 pieces here, and 3 pieces here. It'll allow you to just do that nice and easy. But we don't need that bedding package. All we need is this beautiful bed. And I don't know if we're going to keep all 3. I want to decorate this room today, and we might just wind up using 2 of these beds instead. But for right now, boom, there is our spawn point on our brand new beautiful multi-bed. But what are we doing today? As you can see, I've got a clipboard, and what we are hoping to accomplish today is we are going to finish this area. That's right, we are going to be done with the Hobbit Hole area, hopefully by the end of the episode today. We'll see if I get that far. The goal number 1 is finish the Hobbit Hole. Now, in order to do that, we need to decorate the bedroom. We need to finish the hallways. We need to do our farms out front. We need to do a stable and a little animal area. And then last but certainly not least, we need to fix the road. Now, what do I mean by the road? Now, I already showed this off in the last episode, this road that goes along here, excuse me, horsies. And this road zips along this way, and to call this Hobbit area complete, I would like to finish to about the tree. Maybe to about here, because this is really the start to my Hobbit area, to be perfectly honest, but I would like to finish up to about here. I think that would be really nice. Now that is goal number 1 today. That is our main goal for this episode. What are the other goals that I have? Now the first extra goal that I have is finish the entire road. And that's right, I mean from here all the way to the bridge that we're going to be making for the new area, all the way over to the bridge for the village, and all the way up to that monolith nether portal thing up there as well. And that is a lofty goal. And then our other bonus goal is to finish the bridges that we have, or I guess build the bridges that we have, because I haven't even started them yet. And that's the bridge that's going to the village back there, and also which will be taking us to the new area. And I have absolutely no designs in mind or anything for the bridges, so I'm just kind of like, you know, flying by the seat of my pants in that regard, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do there. But let's start out with something a little easier and something a little peasier, and we'll go ahead and finish the bedroom here as well as the hallway for our Hobbit Hole, so we can go ahead and cross that off of our list. You know, see, this is what I get for trying to do fun things. My goodness gracious. I'm trying to make it so the door like works like a Hobbit Hole door, right? You click the button, it opens up, but a creeper decided that it needed to not do that. So that's cool. Thanks, creeper. All right, let's see if we can get this to do the thing. Ready? Opens. And it should wait 5 seconds. And then close. That's pretty cool. It looks terrible. But it's pretty cool that it kind of works. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep it for right now. Right? I'm going to do this. We'll open it up so I can get outside. Oh, I never glued that on. Whoopsies. And then I need you guys to tell me what you think. Is this cool? Do you like this? Even though it kind of like doesn't work? That's not fair. It does work. It kind of breaks, I don't know, kind of breaks immersion a little bit. Here, let's plop that on here. All right, so you can barely see the thing here, and that's fine. I don't really mind about that much. And I got it to work. Now, it looks really strange when it's open. And then it closes up just fine, and it looks totally fine. But I don't know, guys. This is a stretch even for me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments if I should leave this or what you think I should do. It's super easy to put everything back. Like, obviously, I'm going to have to fix... do something here. I don't even know if I can do anything there. That's just going to be noticeable forever. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, because even this thing, I gotta glue this. All right, let me try that. It should, yeah. So now the light will go with it. I don't know. It's a stretch. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But in the meantime, what I wanted to bring you guys back for is because I have finished the Hobbit Hole. Look at this. Look at this hallway. It's really hard to decorate, you know, because all you have are like books, flower pots, and candles. You know, like I've got this here, which is pretty cool, and these caps are neat. But other than that, just like That's what you get. Books, flower pots, and candles. But I do have a little map of the area as well, which I think is super cute. We do pictures. Pictures as well are a good way to decorate. But yeah, I think this came out nice and cluttered, but just cluttered enough for a Hobbit, but not like over cluttered. And we have our bedroom here as well with me. Yes, we have our bedroom here as well, and it looks really great, and I'm super happy with how all this came out. This does have armor on it, you just can't see it because I'm running the no armor mod. But yeah, this came out super great. I'm very, very happy with it. We actually have like a real place to sleep now, which is wonderful. Yeah, man, oh man, am I super happy with this being done. I gotta remember that opens on the inside. With that being done, and now I think what we might tackle next are these fields. I think we're gonna tackle these farm fields. Or a stable. What do you guys think? The fields? All right, the fields. We're gonna do the fields. There's a face on your face. 2 eyes and a mouth. Anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna do these fields here. And I don't know where we're gonna bring them to. Maybe about here-ish? Maybe about here-ish? Yeah. We'll cut them down here. We'll put a nice wall in that goes straight down to the lake. And we're just going to add a whole bunch of crops. I think we're probably going to do... I don't have tomatoes. I have tomato seeds. I don't have any tomato crops. So what is happening today? Why are you on my roof? How did you get on my roof? Why is Minecraft trying to testing me? Just testing me so much today. Get down. And you're over here too? What are you doing? You're dumb. You're an idiot. You fell. It's your fault. Ow. Ow. Oh, no. Wait, I don't have the effect, though. Wait, what? But I don't have the effect, though. I'm so confused. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to bed, and we're gonna pretend that this never happened, and then we're gonna build some farms. Well, this is an issue that I thought I would never run into, especially on Create. Oh my gosh, look at this, 6, 32. I have 38 cobblestone. That's it. That's all I have. I have no more. Yeah, so it turns out when you make yourself a Silk Touch pick and you don't have any other type of pick, and then you never go mining, and you lay down a bunch of cobblestone, you run out real quick. So I need to throw together a really quick cobblestone machine. This is like the most embarrassing thing I think I've ever done on Create. Now I have a little nook over here. This is where ow, jeez, you scared the heck out of me, dude. This is just where I dig up moss. Essentially what I do is I plop a water bucket here, and then I just ride the water down, and then just make my own little moss down here. And I think what I might do is just dig into this a little bit and build a tiny little cobblestone generator. Ooh, you know what I will need is a rotational speed controller, but I have a precision mechanism, so I can go ahead and make one of those perfect. So I'm just gonna dig into this mountain a little bit. Short, sweet, to the point. Look at this, we have over a stack already. This is literally as fast as I can get this to go without it just absolutely freaking out. Watch this, ready? Go to 67. And it like auto creates the cobble, and then it just never drops through because it generates here too quickly, which is why I have cobblestone back there. I don't understand. I don't understand why it does that. But yeah, now we have cobble generation. Super duper happy. Let's finish these. Let me tell you something, folks. There is something just magical about fully completed farm fields. I don't know what it is. They look so cool. Obviously, these aren't completed. And when you zoom out, wow, that's tiny. While I was building this up, I was like, man, these are huge. But no, they're pretty small. But there is something just super cool and magical about farm fields in this game. Big old farm fields just always look very cool. I'm having a bit of an issue, however. I don't really have a lot of stuff to plant in here. Oh, this is gonna eat up all of my resources. Yeah, this is gonna be really rough. I've got a lot of corn, which is nice, and I wanted more tomatoes than this. Oh, look, now we have 17. But hey, you know, you do with what you've got. So essentially what I'm gonna try and do is make paths through here right? Natural looking paths that, you know, I don't know. I always like the idea of being able to walk through your farm field. So like, you know, having a path that goes down and just naturally runs around, you know, that sort of thing, where you would walk through to get your crops. But I don't know. I'm not making sense. I'm rambling at this point. Let me plant some crops. Ooh-wee! That is some gorgeous looking farmland right there, if I do say so myself. Ooh, just coming in for the sweep look. Look at this. Obviously not everything has grown yet, but it is getting there. And my, oh my, did this take me way too many hours. It took me way too long to get all this done. But man, does it look really good. I love it. I love it so much. I tried to go like tiers of different things. So we've got, you know, some wheat down here, and then some flax growing up, as well as some potatoes, and then cabbages, and more wheat, and then some tomatoes. I got these nice little tomato vines here. Goodness, I don't really know what these are called in this configuration, I guess. But yeah, we've got ropes with, you know, tomatoes climbing up them. It's pretty cool. But man, oh man, am I super happy with this. I think it looks absolutely stellar. We even have this little alley that goes kind of down the center between the two of them that spills out into the pond over here. And I'm not 100% sure on what I want to put in this area. If anything, I might not throw anything here. I have been working in the background on some custom trees, so maybe I can throw one of those down here. But as you can see, my inventory is just chock full of dirt, and really, that can only mean one thing, and that is, I kind of forgot that I have to do this side of the mountain here. I completely forgot that I was slated to do this, and I gotta get it done. It's gonna take for friggin' ever, but it's gotta happen. It's just gotta happen. And I'm not really 100% sure on what I'm doing here. More or less, I think what I'm going to try and do is just cover up the stone and just go from there. Other than that, I'm not really sure what my purpose is as far as this is concerned. So I'm just going to spend some time. I'm going to cover up this stone. I'm going to do my best. And I'll come back to y'all when I have something that, I don't know, doesn't look like this, I guess. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. No, it kind of looks like there was a landslide. It's just like something was here and it got destroyed. I'm still kind of learning terraforming, but that's okay. But it's done, and that's what matters at this point. That's all I'm asking for, because what that means is we can now build a little horse stable. And I think we're gonna have the horse stable go, golly, right about here-ish. Might start it like here, and then we could wrap more of the mountain around it as well. It's gonna look almost kind of like the Hobbit Hole here. Have that same similar arch. It's just gonna have an open hole in it, essentially. So I can go ahead and get started on that. Yes, you guys will have a place to just roam free and be happy very, very soon. I almost punched one. That would have been terrible. And then on the other side over here, golly, it takes forever to get over here. On the other side over here, we're going to do almost a very kind of the same thing, to be perfectly honest. Gosh, there's so many ducks in here now. Kind of the same thing, just right here. We're going to put another tiny little arch here and have that be probably the pig pen, I would imagine. I don't think we're going to, you know, hollow it out completely for all the animals to live in. That one just feels more pig pen-ish. And then that's most of the stuff on our list done. Let me actually check this out. We have decorate the bedroom, finish the hallways, do the farms, and then the stable and animal area, and then the road. So we are pretty close to everything that we wanted to get done in our main list done today. Oh yeah, I like that so much better that that's closed up for sure. I don't know, it makes the place feel more complete, I guess. Complete? Is that, yeah, we'll go with complete. Yes, there's still lots to do, and before we actually start on building those stable, I actually want to repurpose this here because we have enough cobble now. I'm super happy with the 5,000 cobblestone that this thing has given us while we've been digging away at our stuff and things. So I'm gonna go ahead and snag that guy right there. And we're also going to stealth snag our lava too, and I'll pick this guy up. I didn't realize that was going to happen. That's okay, very easily fixed. What we're going to do is we are going to just bring our cobblestone into the house and kind of replace the cobblestone box that we have there. And what I'm going to put in the cobblestone's place, the cobblestone generator's place that is, I'm going to have to do that later because I didn't realize I used a spruce drawer there, and everything has to match. I can't have it not be spruce. But what we're going to have to put in, what we are going to put in the cobblestone generator's spot, essentially, if words will work with me today, my goodness, is a mud farm. I want to make some mud, and I want to make packed mud specifically because I would like some of the road to be packed mud. I don't know if I want the whole thing. I'm not really sure what I want to do with the entire road yet. If I want it to be some sort of cobblestone, stone, gravel, stone brick, something, or if I want the whole thing to be packed mud. The issue with packed mud is it's such a pain to get. It's such a pain in the butt because you need so much wheat. You need so much wheat. And I say that looking out over these gigantic wheat farms, but at the same time, like, head over to the bread factory here for a second. I've got 1,600, almost 1,700 bread. I'm good for a while, to be perfectly honest. So I took out the funnel, and I only have 326 wheat, and I probably did that once I was, once I was actually planting the crops. I think I was maybe halfway done planting the crops, and I took that funnel off, and we're only up to 326 wheat from this tiny little wheat farm that we've got down here. So I'm not really entirely sure what I want to do with the road yet. I feel like having part of this road here, right, which is huge, and it's going to span just so, gosh, probably, it's going to cost a few thousand blocks, that's for sure. I feel like I want this to be a nice road. The road that goes off into the distance comes along this way. This should be nice. It should be well maintained. Cobblestone, tough, stone brick, something along those lines. And it'll come over here to this nice little, maybe a little gathering place. It might have like a little cart here selling stuff. I'm not really sure yet. But I feel like that should be nice. And then these offshoots, like this one that goes up here, very old road. I'm going to keep this sort of path block, you know, the coarse dirt, all that sort of such, going up here. I think that makes the most sense. And then coming off in whatever direction we're going to have it go, this should also be the nice stone brick, etc. And like a nice, good, stable road, right? But once it breaks off over here and it starts going to the Hobbit Hole, maybe that's where we do our mud, our packed mud, etc. And then it turns into this like ratty path, essentially. I don't want to call it ratty, but it is. Ratty path, you know, that we've got going on here. But still, that's thousands upon thousands of packed mud, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Well, instead of hemming and hawing about it, I guess we're going to build a nice little spot for our horses. So let me go get some supplies, and we'll start building. Well, I think this is better than perfect. I think it turned out exactly the way that I wanted to, and I absolutely 100% adore it. It's a little bit pointy up at the top. It kind of comes up in a weird angle, but that's okay. I really like it. The only thing that we have to do with it now, besides the interior, I need to make an interior for it, is I need to cover the whole thing in dirt, which is why I wasn't too super worried about how this turned out, because I knew that I was going to be coming through with a whole bunch of dirt and covering this entire beautiful front facade in that signature Hobbit Hole dirt mound. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack on getting some dirt all over this thing, and then we'll worry about the interior. And the interior, I think we are going to keep, I don't know, quote unquote normal horse stable. Goodness gracious, I can't talk. Where we'll have a couple of like pods and bays, etc. I don't know what they're called for horses. I'm not a horse person. So we'll just do a small interior, and then, you know, they'll be able to come out here and roam around free, and we'll have some bays for horses as well. But let me cover this whole thing in dirt, and we'll go from there. Yep, turned out pretty much exactly how I wanted. Absolutely beautiful. It needs some custom trees, and I promise you I'm working on them. I swear they're coming, I swear. But this turned out super duper great, and I think it is impregnable, meaning these guys can't get out. Inescapable, maybe, is the phrase that I'm looking for. And we just have a nice little stable in here. I want to put like knickknacks on the wall in the back here. We'll get there soon. And these two, I'm not sure if I want to keep them locked in or let them roam free. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Here is our beautiful horse area. I think it turned out great. Once again, we'll get a custom tree here and maybe a smaller one just right here. But that's not all I've done, folks. Oh no, as you can see over here, we got a muddy little piggy because we have another little area for other animals to hang out in. And I don't know if you know this. I don't know if it's fresh animations or what's going on here. Look at the little waddle. It's so cute. If a piggy walks into mud, they turn into a muddy piggy. It's so cute. It's so cute. Can you be muddy? Come here. I want to see you as muddy piggy. Boop. So let's soak in some morning sunshine and just take a look at our clipboard here and what needs to be done. We have a stable and animal area done. So the only other thing that we need to do is that road. And you might be wondering, where did I get the mud from? Those of you who have been watching since last season know I can't stand making mud. I hate it. I hate it so much. I made a pond. How did you get up there, Shadowfax? That is a bad place for you to be. Get down. Animals in this game don't understand that coffee bushes are ouchies, so maybe it was this? Yeah, maybe it was that. I can't seem to think of another way that they would have been able to get up there. I'll have to keep watch. Bad horsey. No go way uppy. No. Anyways, for those of you who were watching since last season, you know that I hate mud. I hate making mud. It's the worst. I made a pond, absolutely beautiful pond, and it was a nightmare to make, so I just whipped up a little tiny mud machine. We've got a basin that is automatically filling with water through a pump here, and it's just gonna make us like 1,000 blocks of mud. We got over 100 already. Now, the nice thing about this is I'm pretty sure that I can just grab this mud and then grab some wheat and make packed mud. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I never really use packed mud because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get a hold of in large quantities. Now, if I just go over here, yes, awesome. Now, that's only 3 stacks, I think, that I got so far there. Yeah, 3 stacks. So what we're going to wind up doing is just kind of having the road start maybe about here-ish, be completely almost packed mud, right? Packed mud and packed mud bricks going, golly, this is gonna be such a chore, going all the way over to, goodness gracious, just keeps going around about here-ish, and then it will change into stone brick, that sort of thing. So it'll branch off in this direction, being packed mud and packed mud bricks. I don't really know what else I want to put in there. I mean, obviously, these paths, I think, should go in there too, and maybe that's it. What I want to stay away from is block vomit, which is essentially just like way too many blocks. Way too many different types of blocks. And I think packed mud bricks are just that, and it certainly is. Look at that. Stop the presses, everybody. I just realized that I had over 1,000 straw, and I was looking at JEI. I was like, what can I even do with straw? And how come none of you told me that I can get packed mud from straw? Oh my gosh. Oh, and it's a twofer as well. It uses, yeah, it's a 1-to-1 for mud, but a 1-to-2 for straw. That's so dope. That is so dope. We're saved. We're completely saved, everybody. We should have enough mud, packed mud now. Oh my gosh. Now we just need this machine to hurry up. You know, I rely on you guys for so much, and you don't even tell me that I can just use straw for pack. I'm kidding, of course. Oh, I'm so excited we get to do this now. And with these last few, that is the entire thing done. The whole thing's done. I mean, it's placed. It's placed. It's not done yet. It's not done yet, that's for sure. I still need to do so much texturing, just so much texturing. But it is in place, and we have nerds to go kill. Oh, man, that is probably the best treat that this game could have given us. Is nerds to kill once we're all set. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna run right up here and go boop. Idiot. Ah, so nice, so fresh, and so clean. This used to be a hole. I filled it. I gotta put some bone meal here. Totally fine. But what we have to do now is go around, like I said, and texture this place. I'm going to put this lava away before I do something terrible with it. So as I was saying, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around and add some mud bricks in certain places and cracked mud bricks in other places. You know, just kind of, just texture a little, right? I don't want to do too much. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, it's gonna be difficult to do too much, but it shouldn't be at the same time. I just don't want it to be too busy, if that makes sense. And every now and then, we're gonna just add a little bit of coarse dirt and path blocks, kind of on corners, and, you know, people are gonna cut corners and all that sort of stuff. So we're just gonna add a couple of pieces, kind of like this, just scattered around, right? Stuff like that, because this line is so harsh, right? This green to the mud block here, it's just such a harsh line. So what we want to do is make sure that we break that up as well. And the best way to do so is to just add a little bit of dirt texture where it makes sense, right? So here, do another coarse dirt, just stuff like that. Make sure that this line isn't as harsh as it is right now. Oh, and doesn't that look just so much better with the paths and the coarse dirt? And I also added these little copycat layers in here, just a little bit of mud that's been layered up, essentially, just to give it a little bit more texture. And every now and then you can probably see a little pebble, right? A little stone button just sitting around. Sometimes they're off the path, sometimes they're on the path. And oh man, is it looking really good. I am so happy with this. And we just pan out a little bit. It is a really nice looking path from up above as well. I'm so glad that I took the time to do this. And honestly, it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to. Probably like an hour, maybe hour and a half. That really wasn't that bad. There are a couple more things that I want to do on the path, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do them today or not. Actually, let's tick off here. I've already done the Hobbit Hole door swing thingy, and the road we just did, and the whole road, I don't think we're going to get to this episode, as well as the bridges. Bridges we're definitely not going to get to this episode. I just don't have the time to get them out to you guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, and the road up to the monument there too, we're not going to be able to get to today either. That's unfortunate as well. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to look at this mess. I'm going to tidy up this mess here, and we will get to the other thing to just finish off that path. And that might be the last thing that we do today. I'm not really sure. I'll be right back. And with these little fences and the bushes in, that is our path 100% complete. The only thing that I might add in future, not today, are maybe some custom trees in place of these ones here, and maybe a couple in a couple other places. Anything that would just gather a little bit more interest, as well as say, hey, follow this thing, don't go off this way, right? So that might be a good spot for one as well, but hey, that's an issue for future Throwlash. The issue for right now, present Throwlash, is I do have schematics here. They are empty, and I have, you know, schematic cannon and all that sort of such. I gotta build some custom trees, and the problem is, I really haven't been farming any wood. So yes, I've completed my custom trees finally. It's really difficult for me to do these things, and I have 4 of them. I've got 2 smalls, a medium, and a large, and I think I want to put a large right here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I want that guy to go about there. Look at how big and imposing that is. And I think it looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy it. My issue is I don't know how much resources this is gonna cost me. I feel like it's gonna be a lot. Yeah, I think that's a good spot right there, if I do say so myself. Let me just go ahead and plop this in the schematic cannon. Throw some gunpowder in, and let's see how much of everything we need. We need 182 oak leaves. It's actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is not as bad as I thought. Wow, I'm actually kind of okay with this. The oak wood is kind of a pain in the butt. At some point, I started making these trees, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like putting one piece of oak wood on the end of everything. I'm going to make the whole thing out of oak wood and creative. That was a bad idea, but that's okay. I need a ton of oak, and I have, like I said, I've not been farming it. So let's see. We've got 109, so we could make this tree right now, except for the leaves. I don't really have any Ooh, I got 115 leaves. Yeah, we need to farm some leaves. All right, I'm pretty sure it's got everything it needs. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this button and pray and hope for the best. All right, go ahead, do your thing. All right. Oh gosh, I don't know why I'm scared. Why am I so scared? While that guy's doing his thing, I'm gonna head over this way, and I'm just gonna print more trees. And by print trees, I mean saplings and bone meal and stuff. Actually, I need some more bone meal. And I'm just gonna grab some more leaves and some more oak and all that sort of such, and we'll get ready to print our next few trees. I got a few that I want to put here. I'm gonna put one down there, maybe a couple over here, and a couple on the hill as well. And then we should, golly, we should be like completely done with the area. I'm sorry, it's very loud. But check out this crazy little contraption that I built. It's just a minecart, got a little linear chassis, a saw, big old chest on top. Look how much we've gotten already from me just standing here doing this. Ready? A little bone meal, sapling, little bone meal, sapling, little bone meal. This is great. This is the friggin' best ever. Why don't I do this all the time? And dang, almost a whole 9 stacks. That's pretty incredible. I'm gonna pick this up because this thing is super dope, and I am absolutely gonna use that at a later date. But I got some bees from those trees too. There's another hive that I got up there, and looky here, it's done, it's done, it's done. And I think it looks pretty incredible for what, my like third custom tree ever. Some of you might think it's a little bit sparse, but I gotta be honest, I hit this thing with so many leaves. It was like leaf bloat, and it looked awful. And now that I have it with not nearly as many leaves in it, I'm really happy with it, the way that it looks now. And it only went through about 6 of our gunpowder, which is awesome. For some reason, you just can't do that with a thing. That's cool, no worries. And you can't do it with that either. Okay, great. So let's just take a look, see here. Ooh, isn't it pretty? And one of the most wonderful things about it is, you know, that mandatory, when you look up, there's holes sort of thing between the leaves. And I think the last thing that we'll need to do on these trees once we're done with them is I want to put a little bit of coarse dirt and stuff, maybe even a little puzzle around the bottom of them, just to give them a little bit of life, because this is such a harsh transition between these two here. But before I do that, I want to make sure that we have more trees dotted around. Specifically down here, right here, I would like to put one of the medium tree, I guess. And there's tree number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and put the schematic in here, as well as a material checklist, and see what we've got and see what we need, all that sort of stuff. And there we go, all done on that one. Wow, these things just don't take very long when you're using a schematic cannon. Isn't that friggin' fantastic? All right, moving on to the next one. Oh, that's enough of that. Shaders always ruin everything, am I right? But look at these. Oh, man, they look really great. I'm so happy with them. Again, I got to finish the bottoms of them yet, but they are looking really, really good. And I spent a decent amount of time on them, but I'm super happy with how they came out. I've got the 2 smaller trees and the big one and the medium one. The medium one's a little janky looking, but that's okay. I think it looks pretty great still. And my goodness gracious, we have gotten so much done today. Between the farm fields, the horse pasture, the little muddy piggy area, these beautiful custom trees that I absolutely adore, and then this road that's going to take us all the way over here to where we can start the next adventure. Man, oh man, have we gotten so much done today. And we'll head back here, and I think the only thing that we didn't do is finish the entire road and build the bridges. Look at that. Everything else is 100% done. Oh, and I forgot about the Hobbit, the door. The whole, the door swingy. I forgot about the door swinging open on the Hobbit Hole. Jeepers. This thing is really growing on me. It's still janky and still kind of weird, but it is really growing on me. I do like it a lot. It's just so neat. And also the bedroom and the hallways. My goodness gracious. So much done in so little time. But ladies and gentlemen, that's where Eva and I are going to have to leave you for today. That's right, Miss Eva Taves. Thank you all so much for coming on this journey with me. Wow, I adore this little Hobbit Hole area. This has been so much fun to build. The support here has just been incredible. Thank you all so very, very much. As always, an absolutely massive, humongous shout out to my patrons and YouTube members. Thank you so much for supporting me in all of my crazy endeavors. I appreciate you all so much more than you could possibly know. We've got Yo Your Mom Games, Interbert, Hugh Soul, Dust Doodles, and Wraith over on patreon.com/Thrillash. And then for our YouTube members, we've got ourselves Ev, Love for Sunflowers, Johnny Ringo, Matt, Bot Sams, and Moon Goddess Lolo. Thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate it. Eva appreciate it. And don't forget, if you are a patron or YouTube member, you also get world downloads. That's right. I should have the world download for where we are right now coming out here pretty soon. So if you would like to grab a world download, any of those tiers start at only $1. But anyways, folks, that is all the time, unfortunately, that I have for today. Thank you all so much for coming on this journey with me as we finished this beautiful Hobbit Hole. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!